In the last lecture, we created an API for uploading profile picture image to Cloudinary. Now, in this lecture, we are going to work on the functionality of allowing the user to upload a profile pic for their account. So let's go to VS Code, and here I am in our React application. So first of all, let me close this header.js file here, and this is our profile component. We are going to use it. But before that, let's go to the API calls folder. So here we have API calls folder. There we have user.js file. In there, we are going to create a function to call upload profile pic API. So let me copy this function from here and let me paste it here. Also, let me go ahead and let me retract these functions. And here I'm going to call it as upload profile pic. All right. Here we are going to make a post request, and let's also go ahead and let's copy the endpoint of this API, which is upload profile pic. Let's go back to our React application and let me replace this get all user with upload profile pic. Okay, so here we are making a post request. With that post request, we also need to send the image. So I'm going to send it in request body. And let's say we are going to receive this image as an argument to this function. All right, so this function looks good. Basically, we are making a post request with the image data, and in the response, we are going to receive an object, and in that object, we will have a data property. So let's save the changes here. Now let's go to our profile component, and there let's create a function to call this upload profile pic function. So let me retract these functions here. Okay, and here let's go ahead and let's create another function. Let's call it update profile pic, and this function is going to run asynchronously. All right, and we want to call this upload profile pic function. So here let's type upload profile pic. It has not been imported, so let me type it again. So I want to use this upload profile pic, and I want to import it from API call / user.js. And this function is going to run asynchronously. So let's use this await keyword in front of this. And this upload profile pic is also imported. And this is going to return us a response data. So let me go ahead and let me create a variable and let's call it response. All right, and what I'm going to do is I'm going to wrap all these things in a try catch block. So let me go ahead and let me write a try catch block. Let me put this function inside this try block. In the catch block, what we are going to do is we are simply going to call the dispatch function. So here I think I have not created that dispatch function. Let's go ahead and let's create that dispatch function. And to create this dispatch function, we are going to use dispatch. And to use this use dispatch, we also need to import it from React Redux. All right, now let's go ahead and let's call this dispatch function. So where do we want to call it? We want to call it before we are sending the request. And to this, we are going to pass show loader. And to use this show loader, we need to import it from loader slice. And after we have received the response, that time also I'm going to call this dispatch function, and there we are going to pass hide loader. And to use this hide loader again, we need to import it from loader slice. All right. And inside this catch block also, what we are going to do is we are going to call this hide loader. So if some error occurs, that time we want to hide the loader. And let's say we also want to display an error message. So for that, I'm going to use toaster, and to use this toaster we need to import it from React Hot Toast, and on that I'm going to call the error function, and we want to display the error message. All right, now if we have received a success response, so for that we can check if response.success, if it is true. In that case, what do we want to do? First of all, we want to show a toast message. So for that, again I will use toast.success, and there we are going to show response.message. Okay. And what we also want to do is we want to update the user object. So for that, again, I'll use dispatch, and here we want to use set user. And to use this set user, we need to import it from user slice. And what do we want to set this user with? We want to set this user with the new updated user data, where we also have the profile pic. So for that, we will simply say response.data, because this data is basically going to contain a user object, right? If I go to our backend code, in the response data, we are sending the user object. So we are updating the user object with the updated user data. Let's save the changes. But if some error occurs, so if this response.success is false, in that case, let's write this else condition. And there again, let's show the toast error message. But here we want to display the error message from response. All right, let's save the changes. So we are calling this function, but where do we want to call this update profile pic function? For that, what we are going to do is we are going to add a new button. So after we have this input element for selecting the file, after that, let me go ahead and let me add a button element. Okay, and let's call it maybe upload. On this, we will add some CSS class, but I'll add it later. Let's simply call it as upload button, upload image button maybe. And on this, I also want to listen for click event. So let's go ahead and let's add on click. And when this on click event happens, what do we want to do? We want to call this function upload profile pic. All right. And I think this should be it. We will add CSS class for this upload image button later, but let's first test the functionality. Let's save the changes. Let's go to our application. Let me close these tabs and let's go to our application. Here, let's go to the profile page of John Smith. Let's choose a file, open it, and let's click on this upload button and let's see what happens. And here also we are getting this message, missing required parameter file. But why? All right, we are not passing it actually. So in this file, we have an image state, right? This state. So we are going to pass this image state when we are calling this upload profile pic, because we need to pass the image which we want to set, right? That we were not doing. Let's save the changes. Let's go back to our application again and let's try to upload it one more time. And you can see profile picture uploaded successfully. All right, let me refresh the page, and this time this profile picture should not go. If I refresh the page, you see this profile picture is still there. So now instead of seeing the avatar, we are seeing the profile picture. Now let's go to home page. Let me refresh the page. And here we are not seeing the profile picture because let's do one thing. Let's go to header component. So in the home page, in the components, we have the header component. There what we are displaying. Okay, there we are only displaying the avatar of the user. As you can see, get initials. We are not displaying the profile picture, but that also we can do. So here in this one, we are already getting the user state. So what we will do is here we will check if user dot profile pic. If it is not present, then we want to display the initials. Okay, otherwise, just before this line, let me put that, and we also need to close it. Okay, but if the profile pic is present, let's check that condition. So if user dot profile pic if it is present. In that case, we want to display an image, img tag, where source will be the image or maybe the profile pic. So user dot profile pic. Okay, let's set some alt. Let's say profile pic, and we have this logged user profile pic, right? Let me use the same class name on that one also. Yeah. Let's save the changes. Let's go to our application now. And now you will see that the profile picture is being displayed. Okay. So it is saying cannot read property on profile pic. All right. It is trying to read a property on null. So initially the user object is null. That's why we have this error. So let's use this question mark just to avoid any issues. And I think we should be good now. Let's save the changes. So the profile picture is being displayed. Let me refresh the page once just to check if we have any other error. So as you can see, the profile picture is being displayed. If I select any other chat, it is not giving any errors. So everything looks good. Now what we are also going to check is for the opposite user. So for example, if I open Edge, here Mary Jane is logged. So let's go to the home page of Mary Jane. And there also we should see the profile pic of the user, and that is being displayed here. The user is also online, so you can see this green border around that. So in this way, we have also implemented the functionality of uploading the profile pic, and our backend API is also working as expected. Now, there is one more thing which I want to do before we wrap up this lecture, and that is, let's say if the image size is very large, in that case, it is possible that you might get an error. So what we are going to do is in our application in app.js, where we are using this Express.json middleware, there let's also specify the limit, basically the size of the request body, and I'm going to specify it to 50 MB. Okay, let's save the changes and let's quickly check if everything is working as expected or not. So let me go to Mary Jane profile page. Let's select a profile pic for Mary Jane as well. Let's click on open and let's try to upload it. So profile picture has been uploaded successfully. If I refresh the page, it is there. So everything is working as expected. And if we go to John's account now, and if I refresh the page, there we should see Mary Jane's image. Okay. So this is all from this lecture. If you have any questions, then feel free to ask it. Thank you for listening and have a great day.